Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yourselves to another ECC League Play stream. We're here in week 2, and we're going to be having a Division 4 match tonight between FakedYa and this one's a bit of a mouthful, the Beguiling Ballbagathas, I believe it's pronounced. Yeah, a bit of a mouthful there, but got two sides here, a bit further down in the standings for Division 4, but either way, should be an interesting matchup. Of course, my name is Faded, and joining me in the cast booth for today is Creo. How are you today, man?
I'm doing pretty solid, man. Looking forward to some interesting Division 4 gameplay as usual. So should be a great show.
Yeah, it should be a great show indeed. So we're going to take a look quickly at the standings. I'll have a take a look at the standings. Right now, FakedYa are actually sitting in 5th place. They did lose their first matchup in Game 5, and considering they're the lowest seeded team in the entire division, I believe they're an average Division 3 side. Not doing too bad if they managed to take Brutal Base. I believe it was. I wasn't in Game 5, it was Game 4, but either way, take a game out of Brutal Base. Not too bad of a result, in my opinion, considering how low seeded they were. And as for their opposition, 3-0 sweep in the first week. I'm going to quickly look at who that was against. Team Alpha Bravo it was. So both these teams currently 0-1 in the standings. And so no matter what, one of these teams will come out and equalize their records. So it's early season, but still important to try and, after maybe a disappointing start, to get off on the right foot and hopefully carry the momentum forward into the rest of the season, Creo.
Yeah, I mean, the earlier you can get those wins racked up, the more secure your chances are. It just eases off the pressure because, I mean, if you lose quite a few games early on and you're left in a situation where you have to win every single game coming into the end of the season, it kind of puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on you to perform, can make you play worse. So, if you just rack up those early wins, it just eases off into the season.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way these teams should be approaching it. You get wins early on in the season, makes the second half of the season a lot less stressful. And especially when it comes down to those games where you're maybe fighting to make it into the playoffs, you want to try to avoid that situation as possible. Get yourself secured as early as possible for us. But as we are waiting for the players, we do have one of the teams in. Let's discuss our predictions. Creo, I want to ask. Why you decided to pick FakedYa here, perhaps the underdogs in this matchup, but what brought you to that decision?
I think someone lied to me on the stats team. Someone told me it was Ballbagathas that got swept in their first game, but it must have been FakedYa. So, guess I got taken apart by that false information. But they got a pretty creative name. I like the men who fake constantly. They're alphas. So I'd love to see a lot of that, and hopefully they can take the win.
Yeah, and as Cherry is just saying in the chat, our lovely streamer, of course, has a Polish player on the team, which is correct. So, of course, he's got to back them. And, FakedYa is a pretty diverse team. We got one from Poland, one from Ukraine, and one from France. But the opposition at the beginning, Ballbagathas, full English side. So, that's not really my reason for going for it, because I am half Scottish after all. But
You
I
meant to
believe
hate them, mate.
they don't have to hate them, but at the same time, I'm also half English, so I can only half hate them
Damn.
at the end of the day,
Bit
sadly.
of internal conflict.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of conflicted internally on this topic, but I can't pick them for that reason. The only reason I picked them, on paper, look like the better team. If I'm being honest, I'm not too familiar with the Division 4 sides. My speciality is more the top into the Champions Division, where I have a lot more knowledge to players at that level. But looking on paper, the Beguiling Ballbagathas could definitely take this, I believe. I think they're like 200 MMR above them. Now, in my opinion, MMR is nothing to really scoff at, but FakedYa, I still believe they have a chance, actually, because they managed to take a game off a Brutal Base who had a wonderful performance last season, fortunately falling at the last hurdle in playoffs. But to take a game off of them, not too bad for them. So I think we're actually ready to get started now, Creo. All the players in the lobby, so I think without any further ado, let's just begin. Who's now going to tell the players to join the servers. So again, it's FakedYa and the Beguiling Ballbagathas who's going to be facing off in this Division 4 matchup. As we mentioned, both teams at a 0-1 record. So very important for both of them if they want to get themselves some momentum going into the season, as we are kicking off here. It looks like it could be an early goal here, but Suffer off the goal line will keep FakedYa safe for now. As I see Nico coming out here. A little bit awkward transitioning out into the attack. We're also trying to find a ball down the field. So I see Deadfang coming along. He's going to take the ball off of him. As Sarge trying to put it down the wing. Deadfang puts it back into his own half. Sarge looking for a centre, but that one is way too quick over the back wall and will allow Deadfang some possession. As you can see, Suffer diving in for that challenge. Suffer again looking for a pass in the midfield. Can't quite get to the ball in time. So I see Johnny trying to make a play here. Deadfang going to try dive for it, but Nico has him beat by a mile. He's now looking to start an attack, but can't make contact with the ball again. The Suffer looking to make a centre, can't get to the ball, but does do it. Gets out to the middle, and here comes Sarge for the finish, but it's just off the net. It's now Nico getting that. They were trying to continue the attack, but decides to leave it. This first minute looking a bit messy, in my opinion, Creo.
Yeah, seen quite a few mechanical mistakes. Just an open net miss there from one of the players. You know, they just need to kind of get a bit more of a game plan. I think right now they just don't seem to, you know, be trying to work with each other too much. I think if we just see these players getting a few more passes, you know, trying to rotate a bit more cleanly, definitely should see some improvements coming into the rest of this series.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes, you know, we see.
Oh, that's a rough one.
That is rough, I will admit. Oh boy, Creo, I did not think this would be the first goal here, but
cuts
yikes.
Rotation to score an own goal. His teammate had the save, and he decided to turn on that one. Bit of an interesting decision from Nico there, but you know, never know what's going through the minds of these players. Hopefully they're able to make up for that one.
Yeah, I would say that's more of a communication issue, but as the second goal goes in, Johnny just going to extend that lead, and we're going to see how this goal happens. Just Sarish can't get up to it, simple as that, and you know, Johnny, easy open net for him now. 2-0 here, Creo, not a good start here for the FakedYa side.
Yeah, you know, own goal into getting scored on is a bit rough, but they've still got plenty of time to redeem themselves. You know, in this game, there's an open net chance here now for Nico, and he does finish it beautifully. He's made up a little bit for his mistake earlier, and they closed the deficit. Yeah,
so they fought it down to a 1-goal deficit now as Johnny just can't make contact of a ball, and Nico, easy as you like, an open net. There's 2 minutes into a game, I would say probably one of the most bizarre starts to a series I have ever seen. But nevertheless, as we're seeing Nico going for another one, Deadfang brilliant touch into his own corner as the ER's going to try take it out of his own half. Johnny putting the ball down the field, and a big pinch coming out from the FakedYa side. So Deadfang trying to get possession, can't make contact with it. ES though behind to cover for him. So now ES again going up for us, working the ball down the field. Nico now looking to turn onto it, but he's made it so awkward for himself. It's the centre, but a nice touch to the side by Surge to get this one out. It's now 2 players up for us. Surge trying to get a shot on net, just trying to bump ES, and it's awkward in front of the net. It's just going to roll in, and FakedYa with half the game to go get the equaliser.
I looked like the start of a brilliant air dribble from Saresh. Had some nice control, but you know, ends up going for the fake. Does get a bump on ES, and then Johnny just thrown off by that little awkward touch. Couldn't make the save, and they've closed it neck and neck. We're into the second half of this game, and you know, honestly, anything could happen at this point.
You're completely right, Creo. Anything could happen in this game. We've seen some peculiar moments, shall we say, as I suffer. You know, living up to his team name, he just fakes out the attack, you know, the defender there, and like that, FakedYa just back in it.
Yeah, you know, fakes out the first guy, sends it flying towards the net, no one's back, the rotation not quite there, and immediately FakedYa, about 30 seconds after they were 2-0 down, you know, 1 goal in the lead.
Exactly, this, you know, such a quick comeback for this, turning this game on its head as the Sarriers looking for another chance, and Nico with a bouncing shot into the top right, and there we go, FakedYa just keeping this one rolling, Creo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they look kind of tentative for them at the start, but they just seem to be popping off now, getting goal after goal after goal. 3 minutes in, we're now seeing a 2-goal lead for FakedYa, whereas they were 2 goals behind about a minute ago.
Yeah, it was looking like a really tragic start for them, but you know what? They've managed to bring themselves back into this game, capitalize on the mistakes of their opposition. And now looking pretty good as it's the Beguiling Ballbagathas with a potential attack. ES now gonna send it into the corner. Deadfang's gonna be waiting there. Let's tap into the center. Suffer gonna try and get to it, but he is beat out by ES. And Beguiling Ballbagathas do get a goal back.
Yeah, lovely little passing play there. ES into the corner for Deadfang. Gets a nice pass. Suffer. Bit of an early jump. Ends up missing the save. We see someone else coming from the side a bit preemptively. And the shot's just slotted in nicely into the corner. Closing that deficit down to 1 goal now.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a resurgence here in this game as we're now seeing the ball again in a half of fixtures. Now Nico's going to try take a long shot and this might just go in. How on earth does that slip past the defense?
I think it's just a big bang. He's taken it past those first two, and ES, couldn't quite get the speed to save that one. It's unfortunate, but Nico with a hat trick now carrying his team to this win.
Yeah, just take a look at the stats. 3 goals to his name, involved in 4 of the 5 goals for his team. So Nico doing a lot of work on the attacking side. That's a big double commit there. Nico going to try and get a bit of control here, dodging that bump there. Now leaving it for Suffer. So Johnny with a light touch. Can't get past another one of the players. Is now Suffer. Just going to wait patiently for this ball. Does tap it down, but this could be dangerous. Eas gets a shot and then the bump on the keeper as it is a Rule 1 right in front of the fixture net. A temporary 2 versus 2 situation here as EAS goes up front. Not the best touch in the world, but Deadfang will follow it up, and it looks like there's a demo there to break up that Rule 1. So into the final minutes, 2-0 lead for FakedYa, and by the looks of things, they're going to hold on to it and get this first game win.
Yeah, they've been, playing pretty solidly this past minute or so. Looking for an attempt now, the double miss, but they're saved. No one goes for that shot. So far, both these teams have been a bit awkward at times, but we've seen a few moments of brilliance and a lot of goals scored.
Yes, indeed, as we're now half a minute left with this game. Suffer gonna try to take this one down the field. Sariash forced the 50 to the side, and here comes Nico, the star striker. What can he do? Puts it past the defender. Goal number 4 for him, and that will be the nail in the coffin for the first game.
Yeah, Nico performing incredibly this game. A lovely touch. He gets that second touch on the follow-up. Some pretty, incredible stuff from him, especially considering the division we're in. He's showing off some nice mechanics and really bringing his team to this win.
Yeah, mechanics the name of the game here. Where teams maybe aren't as solid in terms of team play, mechanics are really going to get you far. And Nico just showing off himself, 4 goals to his name, really putting up a strong offensive performance as 6-3 win here. The potential underdogs in this series, FakedYa, with a convincing victory. They were down early in the game, but since coming back, they've scored 6 goals and only conceded 1 during that time period. So FakedYa looking pretty good here, especially Nico on that attacking side, really leading the charge here for his team.
Yeah, it was looking quite rough for them at the start, I have to say, after that, own goal from Nico, followed up with a, good one shot in from the Beguiling team, but then immediately they just turned it around, started banging shot after shot into that net. Ended up getting 6 goals, 4 of them from Nico himself. Clearly, after that own goal, he just felt so bad that he decided to turn on the skills and just banged in a few nice shots.
Yeah, for sure. So technically, Nico has 5 goals then. So you know what? Good work by him. Technically 5 goals, one on the wrong net. But yeah, going into this next game, it's looking like a case of both these teams just needs to tighten up the defense a little bit, because both these teams are well met. They look great on the attack. That's their strong point. But when it comes to the defense, it's looking absolutely shocking, to say the least. So they've got to work on that, and if either team can manage to get the defense sorted out, then it looks like they're going to be the winners of this whole series, if I'm being honest. But as we advance into game 2, it's FakedYa leading 1-0 over the Beguiling side, as this one is going to be rolling into the net again. Deadfang going to be opening us up in this game.
Well, I mean, he's living up to the team name. He has FakedYa there. He's gone for the save and just sailed over the ball, ending up a lead for the Beguiling Ballbagathas. A strong start for them. They're looking to turn this series on its head and take game 2 perhaps. So, that's the right way to go about it.
Yes, indeed. So looks like the beginning of Ballbagathas has a little bit furious over that first game. Of course, 6-3, don't be losing that hard, but they're off on the right foot in this game as Sarish with a weak shot towards the net. He's just going to dip right over the defender, and just like that, FakedYa have responded.
Yeah, I mean, just turns around, bangs a shot in. The defenders, I don't think were expecting that, because they weren't able to reach that ball in time. It's a quick tie up for these two teams. You know, got 4.5 minutes to work with now. I think we're going to be seeing another high-scoring game.
Yeah, it was 9 goals in that first game, so let's see if they can beat the record with this one. They're already at 2, as it's messy defense again from FakedYa, and top shelf Deadfang gonna bang in his second goal.
Yeah, the defender's just panicking a bit there. Everyone rushing for the ball. Nico taking out his teammate with a bump there. And Soraya not really ready on the back line to make the save. Beguiling Ballbagathas reclaim their lead 10 seconds after it was tied up.
Yeah, really quick response again from them. Is ES looking for another one with Sarish with some good speed on that. So Suffer gonna try to turn around and make a centre, but Johnny's got this one under control. As Nico gonna get to that one. Suffer now up for it, potential shooting opportunity, but both players missed the ball. As now ES gonna try to find a clearance, a double commit on the side of FakedYa, but they're still managing to keep offensive pressure. So it's now relieved. Johnny now with 0 boost, fakes out one defender, looking to get past the second. Suffer cuts in to get it away. So Suffer again has a touch, looking to centre it. Nico free flipping into that one and looking to follow it up, and a bit of panic on the attacking side of FakedYa, but Nico's got this one under control as he contests it again. Deadfang trying to slow it down a little bit, gets it past the Reyes. Now it's a 1-on-1 situation. What can he do? He takes it past one, but it's too wide from the net, and FakedYa will get away from that one for now, as Sarish has to get another save. Now gets it past the last defender, has got to find his opener if he can, but Deadfang will put the nail to the coffin for that one, send this one away, and it's 2-1 now still as the Beguiling Ballbagathas.
Yeah, it's been a pretty intense last minute. I think the teams are both sped up a little bit, finding their footing a bit more in this series, seeing a bit more confidence from all the players. You know, the going for a few more passing plays and stuff like that. It's really, you know, what you like to see.
Yes, indeed. It's just attacking pressure for FakedYa, but they've left the back line wide open. Thankfully, that shot is wide. As now this one dropping in front of the net. Awkward defensive situation. As Suffer tried to get for it. As now Nico trying to take it out. Pass back coming out from Deadfang. As now Johnny going to try to take control. Nico with a very aggressive demo there, trying to take out defenders. As now Deadfang takes it past one. Suffer's going to have that one covered. Now Nico going in again, no one's in the centre. Johnny gonna bang it downfield, but Zariash really quick to get to that one. So Eas onto the side wall. Zariash gonna get a touch on it, looking to follow it up himself, but great touch from Johnny into the side wall. Still quite dangerous for them as Zariash does get back to it into the middle. Nico gonna get a shot into the top corner, and the striker for his FakedYa side tying it up.
Yeah, big bang into the middle from Sarish. Nico just catching that ball really quickly before any defender can get to it. Sends a, you know, ball sailing into the back of the net. They tied it out once again. Not quite as many goals scored as we were expecting perhaps in this series so far, but, you know, 2 minutes left on the clock and still either of these teams could have it.
Yeah, indeed. That's just, you know, the story of the series so far. Either team can be taking it, but oh my Johnny, what a banger off of AIS's pass. Let's take a look at it again. Just sends it into the center. No one's contesting it. Easy stuff there from Johnny. Just bang it right in.
Yeah, you know, definitely a shot that's looking well above the caliber of this division for sure. Johnny sending it sailing into the net. 123. What a redirect. Takes the lead almost immediately. The Ballbagathas is really picking up the pace right now.
Yeah, indeed. With shots like that, you're going to be unstoppable in Division 4. But as another one goes to the net, so Riash does get past the fence again. His second from 2 shots. And really, that's just, you know, the clear wasn't too much the problem. It was the follow-up. No one getting to that from Beguiling Ballbagathas. And so Riash just has the freest shot of his life, really.
Yeah, he has a bit slow to react there. He was facing the wrong way, of course. That is why you need to be keeping up those back post rotations. You need to be a bit more patient in defense, so you're always in a good position to deal with the ball and you don't get caught out awkwardly like that. It does allow the FakedYa to immediately equalize once again.
Yeah, and that was another chance there from Iaz, but Sariash Back to it again as now Nico looking for another attack. Severa's trying to get to it as it's now in the corner. Suffer, really aggressive push there as the third man is now. Sorias has to cut in to get this one to the side. Nico now being out one defender, but it's straight into Deadfang as Sorias looking to get a touch into the centres. And Nico backflips on it, and it's a bit of panic in the midfield here, but Nico does get a touch on it to at least keep his opponents at bay as though Sorias gonna try to take his time, gets a touch up, looking to follow up himself. Eos really quick to that one as now Nico taking his time, but that's yet another own goal. Suffer, what?
You've got to wonder what's going on in the comms there, because I mean Nico's waiting for it to land on his car. He had the catch, and then Suffer's just gone and sent it over his head into their own goal.
Man, that's just wild there from Suffer. I mean, come on, you know, the comms of these teams, you know, that's just not it. You know, we all could see it. Nico had it. He was waiting for the catch to Suffer. That's just completely unnecessary. You need to have more patience than that and more trust in your team. But with that own goal, FakedYa now down by 1, and they got to try get another one in the next 30 seconds. We've seen them get goals in, you know, less time than that. Let's see if they could do it. Surveyor's just a good start. Gets a banger down the field. It's now off the bounce. Can he get to it? Makes a centre, but no one's there to receive it. It's now Johnny now taking down the field. So Rias trying to get to it, but Ias wins it onto the backboard. The follow-up coming in from Deadfang. It is wide. Ball still being kept in the half of FakedYa. It's now Nico. What can he do with this? He's got Sorias to work with in the midfield, but Deadfang takes it off of him as he's going to roll onto the ground, and the series now tied, Creo.
Yeah, very intense game indeed. I mean, Suffer's going to be kicking himself for scoring that own goal to give the other team the win. I really think they need to work on their comms coming into the rest of this series, because, you know, surely when you're behind your teammate, you can see him waiting for that one. And, you know, if you're going to take it, surely something must have been said. I don't know. I can't see how that one could have gone down, but they just need to kind of eliminate errors like that. Otherwise, you know, if you keep doing stuff like that, it's not going to bode well for the rest of your season.
Yeah, indeed. I would agree for sure, Creo, because whilst both teams looked more solid overall in all areas of the field, I feel like comms in particular for FakedYa is the main issue, because 2 own goals like that is looking definitely like a comms issue. You need to make sure what each other are doing, because if you have no trust, if you don't know what each other are meant to do, then it can result in goals like that where it's just someone own goaling it. But going into this next game is a slow roller towards the net. Suffer just barely gets to it off the post and away. And it's recentered again by Johnny. Is taken out, and Deadfang now going for the shot off the post. As now panic in front of the FakedYa defense, not looking good for them. As now Eas gets the first goal on the board.
Yeah, that was so close. Came off the post a few times, but Eas, you know, spotting that opportunity really nicely, just sends it cleanly into the middle of the net. The defenders all a bit awkward, and Ballbagathas take the lead in game number 3, exactly as they did in the second game.
Yes, exactly. As now we see Sorias trying to get it out, but it's a bit too awkward for him. As now Nico does force a pinch and gets it to the other end of the field. So Johnny trying to get it away. Suffer can't reach that one, as Sorias has to be patient here, waiting for the touch. Does get it, so Deadfang does miss the ball. Eas, aggressive push from him, but he will make it work to keep the pressure going. So Nico getting onto this, takes it under 1. Going to try to get it past another. Johnny does get a touch on it. So Suffer waiting for his chance. Let's get it past another player. So Nico with a down in the midfield, but it will not matter much. Eas going to at least buy time for his teammate to get back. Now looking for the centre, so Rias trying to get to it, but a quick shot by Deadfang, saved by Nico, good reaction. So Johnny going up for it again, forces it into the middle. Eas trying to finish it off, but Rias reads him well, and this one could be well and truly going in. It's just wide of the net. So Rias goes try to get it to the middle. Nico is up for it. We know his striking capabilities. He can't make it this time. It's now a minute and a half in, things calming down a little bit, but still Ballbagathas having more of the pressure so far.
Yeah, it's been, you know, pushing into that blue goal for most of this game. We can see 6 shots to the, none on the board of FakedYa. They really need to find a way to break out of defense and start a solid counter-attack, because they haven't had many chances this game. And Johnny coming in from the sky to take another one. with the Ballbagathas. They just really look like they're the stronger team right now. They're just on form.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned the stats. 0 shots for FakedYa compared to the now 9 of the Beguiling Ballbagathas. It shows that on paper they are the better team. And this game they've been all over FakedYa, giving them no time, no space, no chances at all of doing anything. And really, what I'm seeing a lot out of for the FakedYa side is their follow-up touches. They're able to get past 1 or 2 defenders, but nothing more than that, and Beguiling Ballbagathas have no problems dealing with it, as there's yet another center coming in. So Reyes gets a demo on Johnny as their EAS with a banger of a touch into the backboards. Deadfang now looking for a center. Nico is going to be winning that one. EAS now over to Deadfang, a good touch, but no contact the ball there as their Suffer trying to get out of this one. EAS with the infield pass to Deadfang, can't make it in time, but still managing to keep this pressure up as Deadfang can't get to it. Johnny waiting underneath to collect it. As now Johnny, it's the center. Sarayas does manage to get it away, finally breaking this pressure. But Sarayas with another chance. Let's flip it past one. Johnny off the line will save it. Sarayas with the follow-up. It's off the line again. And FakedYa aren't able to convert on it. Is there a counter-attacking chance? Nico gets it. It's the corner, but oh my, FakedYa their best chance yet, but it just slips out of their grasp there.
Yeah, that was ridiculously close quite a few times. I feel like if they had been a bit more patient, they might have had a chance to put that one into the back of the net a bit more convincingly. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite do it. They still got, just under 2 minutes, plenty of time to score 2 goals, but the way that things are going right now, it's really not looking good. They're still struggling to break out of defense. That was the one real opportunity they've had the entire game. The Ballbagathas just speeding up a lot more now, looking like a lot stronger team.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just their speed, but it's just their consistency on rotation. It's doing wonders for them, and they're rotating, yes, very aggressively, but it's allowing them to keep pressure. They're comfortable with doing it, and they know that so far that FakedYa has not had any response to it. They can't follow up their own touches very well, so they can play this way, and it will allow them to keep pressure and eventually get themselves goals. So it's good stuff for them as Nico's trying to lead in the attack. They've got 1 minute to bring 2 back. It's a bit of an awkward bounce. Johnny going to get it away as Sarayas forces a weak touch out. Does try to get a shot on net. It almost goes in, but brilliant save there as their EAS going to try to follow it up himself. Now Nico try to get to it. Just flick it past one. Now Suffer pushing for us, but it's gone over his head as now Nico going to turn on this, try to take control, gets it past EAS, and gets past the second. He's got a one-on-one situation. Only Deadfang in the net, and he takes a nice slick dribble around him. And Nico, the man in the offense, does get one back.
Yeah, I mean, Nico is the man carrying his team in game 1, and right there, what an excellent display of skill from him. He just dribbles it past the entire enemy team on his own. He's just trying to take his team back into this one by force. They've got 30 seconds to get another one here. And, if Nico keeps playing like that, I'm sure they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, for sure. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they can bring this one back. As Sarayas has Nico in the midfield. What a pass, but the shot is blocked out. It's now Sarayas trying to get back into it. Off the corner, Walshire trying to get to it. As now Sarayas trying to get back to this one. The ball rolling into its own half. Looking to start another attack. Good touch. Trying to follow up himself. Looking to get off the corner wall into the middle. It's looking a bit awkward for the opposition. Suffer keeping the ball up, but it looks like this one may as well die as it does touch the ground. And the Beguiling Ballbagathas with that win put themselves on match point.
Yeah, just a bit of panic at the 0 seconds there. Kind of desperate for their goal, perhaps. Bit of an unfortunate one for FakedYa. They kind of broke out of defense a bit more towards the end, playing a lot faster, getting those big clears. And if we saw that a lot earlier on in this series, they probably would have been able to, get a lot more chances to attack. They just seemed to struggle with it early on in that game. They weren't able to break out of defense at all. The Ballbagathas just kept them, under pressure constantly. And, in the end, they kept their lead. They kept the win. They're now seeing a match point. It's a very comfortable spot for them to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Comfortable is the word there. The game got a lot tighter towards the end, but you know what? They'll take it. The Beguiling Ballbagathas. It's been a bit of a scrappy series, but they found themselves on match points, so it's only 1-1 away to come away with a series victory. So FakedYa got a long road ahead of them. They've got to get themselves some more offensive pressure going into this next game. Get some more confidence in them, as right off the start, he is having his shooting chances off and to the side is now Nico Gonna try to take this one out onto attack, sends it into the opposing corner. Deadfang surely gonna get to this. EAS will instead get up to it as there Sariash with an infield pass. I'm liking it going for these, but there's no one there to get to it. It's now Nico with a booming touch. Gonna try follow it up by himself, touches it high, makes it awkward for the opposing side. Sariash gets it onto the backboard again. And whereas Suffer, no follow-up from him, too hesitant. So sending it into the sidewall again, looking for another chance, but Deadfang will get it out. And now Nico will get another touch into the opposing half. Johnny with the own goal. Oh my word, what is happening here?
I need to watch the action replay on that one quickly. I'm not quite sure what led up to that. Okay, it looks like he kind of did a weird preflip fling and ended up hitting the ball with the bottom of his car in completely the wrong direction. Goes straight in. Bit of a duff one from him. Will allow the FakedYa side to take the lead in this one. You know, a bit of a difference for them. They haven't been able to take the lead in the last 2 games and they lost. So perhaps taking the lead for them early on is the key, and we might see, you know, them taking the series to game 5.
Yeah, we're to the credit FakedYa, you know, they were actually finding some good offensive pressure, and, you know, Nico was perhaps a good reason for that, you know, holding the mid line very well. But look, all 3 players having the confidence to go for plays, but I didn't expect it to start like that. And here comes Sariash, just finding another gap in the defense of Beguiling Ballbagathas, and that's 2-0 for them now.
Yeah, he's basically gave him the ball there. He just sends it along the ground. You've got one defender going for boost, the other one not quite ready to do anything. Doesn't make the save. A 2-goal lead for them now. It really looks like taking the lead for them is key. You know, a bit of a momentum-based team, perhaps.
Yeah, it does look like they have that kind of play style. You know, once they start scoring, you just keep on going and going, and they have the confidence. But when they have the bad starts to the games, that's where they seem to falter. So it's good for the FakedYa side. They got a 2-0 lead already. This is the first time they've actually had a lead at the start of a game. The first time they scored first. So it's looking pretty good for them, as that was a dangerous chance, but Nico forces the pinch high. So I was seeing EAS with a high touch, but he's got no boost to follow it up, so basically just hands it to his opposition. It's now Nico trying to get it out. Deadfang does get a touch onto the back wall, looking to follow it up. Johnny going to take it instead, but no power on that shot either. So Suffer trying to get it through. EAS trying to get into the middle. So Sariash gets it into the corner, gets a demo on Johnny, looking dangerous. Deadfang gets to it, so Sariash keeps the pressure going. Nico going to try to go for it, but that's a double commit. Suffer thankfully gets a touch on it, so they'll be able to reset as the ball getting touched back. So Deadfang getting onto this one, has a lot of space, another double commit for the FakedYa side. So EAS going to try and make it into the center. Suffer getting it away, but it looks like here Creo, the Beguiling Ballbagathas, having more offensive pressure of their own. As that's a shooting chance, Sariash off the goal line, and EAS not daring to go for that one. As we're halfway through this game now.
Yeah, that was really close for the Ballbagathas. They perhaps should have got a goal there. EAS could have jumped in and tried to take a shot, but he didn't want to commit, didn't want to leave the goal open, perhaps because, you know, a 3rd goal right now for the FakedYa side might spell certain doom for them. Suffer looking to get something started, looking a bit rough. The Ballbagathas perhaps starting to put on more pressure now. They do look a bit more confident in offense. We've seen some very clean plays from them, but they just don't seem to be able to get anything into the net this time around.
Yeah, indeed. They are showing confidence in their attack, which is a good thing, but the FakedYa side has barely been managed to hang on. They're getting some decent saves, just onto the panicky, but my word, that was nearly a goal there, and it could be another one. Nico off the back one, and surely Suffer converts it. Yes, he does. Shot after shot, and finally, one does go in.
I mean, I think for both teams, it just seems to be like they kind of follow the flow of the game. You know, if they get that first goal, they just start scoring and scoring and scoring. They just feel great, and if they go down, they just seem to fall apart, because right now the Ballbagathas just don't seem to be doing much on defense. The moment the ball comes at them with threat, they just kind of fall apart. But there's Deadfang with a lovely return goal, trying to keep his team not too far down. They've got a minute and a half to work with.
Yeah, it was really just a miss off the backboard there for Suffer. You had to get that clearer, and Deadfang capitalised off it perfectly. So a minute and a half, 2 goals to find for the Beguiling Ballbagathas if they want to get back into this one. So off the kickoff, Nico looking for an early shot, contests it with Deadfang as they're Johnny. Having some possession here, going to try to take it up, gets it past one player. Deadfang going to try follow it up with another touch of his own. So Nico to get to it. Johnny looking for a center, but has sent it right back. He's going to try pick it up if he can. He's got plenty of space to work with. Let's see what he can do with it as he gets it over Suffer, but straight to Suresh, but he actually can't line the touch, and the net's just wide open. Surely they convert. They do. Nice little tap into the middle, and Johnny will clean it up.
Yeah, the defenders kind of just throwing themselves at that one, just completely missing. EAS manages to bring it into the middle for Johnny, the third defender, nowhere to be found. The Beguiling Ballbagathas bring it within 1 goal as we head towards this final minute. The FakedYa side had a lead for so long. Will it all fall apart in this crucial last minute?
Well, there was a bit of bumping going on the goal line there, but the ball is not in a position to be scored. It's now Suffer going to try and get it out. It looks like they're just holding on for dear life at this point, not willing to budge. As now this one off the backboard, 2+ up this again for FakedYa. You can't be having that, and a team bump in the midfield. This could spell disaster. As Suffer on all his own, what can he do? It's off the line again. Deadfang trying to get into the corner, but Sariash just barely off the goal line gets it away. As there Johnny looking for a centre again. EAS surely there for the shot. It's blocked again as there Johnny trying to re-centre it once more. So Riash with a booming clear will at least relieve some pressure now. 20 seconds for Beguiling Ballbagathas to get a goal if they can. Starting another attack is EAS is now looking to get a 50. No one challenging that for the fate, just like giving so much space over. Just needs to drop it in if he can, and they will. The equaliser is found. 9 seconds to go. Johnny will put the scores at 3-3.
What are the defenders doing? I mean, literally no one challenged EAS his entire way from his own corner to on top of their net, and he just got to drop in a pass for completely free. I mean, you really got to question what FakedYa are thinking when they had a 1-goal lead. All they had to do was defend for about 10 more seconds. They would have had the win, and now they're in a risky position where the other team has brought it to overtime and they have series point. If they score 1 goal, then FakedYa are done.
Yeah, exactly. I think the main problem here for FakedYa is purely hesitation. There's just no one challenging that, and that's purely the reason why he scored. It wasn't, some miraculous play that Beguiling Ballbagathas had to do. They just made use of that space that they were given for free, and so FakedYa, they got a sort that they can't be playing this passive, especially in this game. As that's another double commit out of the nerves seemingly starting to affect as Nico. That's a demo right there, trying to open up a bit of space for his team. He's now over to the side. Here comes Nico trying to get a touch down, but it's just into the hands of his opponents as now Suffer putting it high, trying to get another touch, contesting it at 50. So Nico gonna try and get it out. EAS now with a little bit of space to work with. Nico pushing very aggressively, trying to find a centre if he can, but too quick to the ball there as Sariash. This shot going well wide for them. So Johnny gonna try to take it down the field. Nico into the centre again. Deadfang into the corner, trying to make a centre if he can, but can't get a touch on it. Does fake out a defender though, but Nico's going to get onto it. And in this overtime, looks like FakedYa have gotten some confidence back, Creo, which is good to see for them.
Yeah, they're looking a bit stronger right now. They're just going for the ball. It should be, but there's an open net, and Deadfang won't let that opportunity go to waste as he finds the finisher. Beguiling Ballbagathas take the series 3-1. FakedYa just crumbling apart in the defense in those crucial moments, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, that was really I feel like FakedYa, that should have definitely been a game 5 for them, but man, they just got way too passive in the end. You can't give a team like this so much space. Beguiling Ballbagathas, when they've been looking so good on the attack in previous games, you just can't be doing that. You need to be a bit more ballsy, and if they were just like that, easily this could have gone to a 5th game, but they let it slip from the grass the last moments in that overtime. They were looking a bit better, but it's just an unfortunate whiff there. The third man's too far up and made it so awkward, and it ends just like that. So FakedYa, the underdogs, they do manage to get a game at least, showing that they can contend with these players despite being seeded so low, but the Beguiling Ballbagathas, the favourites on paper, do take the win here, Creo.
Yeah, in the end, they were just a bit stronger than FakedYa. FakedYa had a few moments of greatness, but they just tended to crumble down in the defense far too often, giving a lot of space in the midfield. When Ballbagathas just have the whole pitch to work with for free, so often they can just set up a lot of plays, set up shots, and at the end of the day, if you're going to give them space throughout the entire game, eventually some of those plays are going to go in when your defense isn't working how it should. FakedYa really need to work on keeping the challenges up, making sure they're not giving the other team too much free space and free time to work with the ball. A great effort from them nonetheless, and I'm sure coming to the rest of the series, if they just work on those few crucial things, they could have a good shot at this season 7.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, Creo. I feel like FakedYa, when they need to go away and really just work on that specifically. Just being confident on offense and not giving teams like Beguiling, Ballbagathas and teams higher up the division that much space, because that's how you're going to lose these games. FakedYa, they have the quality, they have the skills, they have that offensive prowess, but it's their defense where they're being let down and having control of the field, and that's mainly because they're just being too hesitant on the defense. And that's the main problem I see out of them. Comms seem to be a pretty big issue in some of those games as well, and it led to some of the own goals. I believe that's actually a record I've seen in a series, 3 own goals, which is a bit wild, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. You win some, you lose some for FakedYa, but it's a good learning experience because it shows their strengths in terms of their offense, but at the same time, a lot with their weaknesses. So yeah, anyways, it's GG's and well played to both those teams, and we'll now actually tell you about the updated standings real quick. I just need to open up the league table for Division 4. So I don't think they've updated the site yet, but now FakedYa will go to a 1-1 record. Actually, no, sorry, that's a complete not a rubbish. They'll go to a 0-2 record. I just forgot that they lost. So 0-2 record for them. So they'll be down right at the bottom of the table, whereas the Beguiling Ballbagathas, they'll be the ones with a 1-1 record. So yeah, Beguiling Ballbagathas doing well to bounce back from the 3-0 sweep loss earlier, whereas FakedYa, having close games again, but they just can't manage to close it out. So that's the updated standings for that, and I believe that will conclude it. Creo, if you'd like to say any other words on the series, then go right ahead.
No, I think I've said all that needs to be said. It's been a pretty interesting one tonight. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed the stream. Make sure you tune in again on Saturday, I believe, for our next stream game evening.
Yep, so I have to say, well, thank you all for watching the stream. Of course, it's greatly appreciated, and thanks, Creo, for joining me in the casting booth. I will agree, was a very interesting series in one way or another, but was fun nonetheless. And of course, thank you to both the teams for coming out and giving us a great match to watch. Our next stream should be on Friday. Of course, in our Discord and the news channel, you can see the stream schedule. Our next stream is going to be Friday. Pending availability of our streaming crew, and the matches we currently have on the schedule for that at 7. We're having Recognized Talent against Ascension Kronos, and then a Champions Division game at 8, Paradox Gaming against Ascension Trinity. So some exciting looking matches on the schedule for Friday. So if you want to watch those, then be sure to tune in. And yeah, some top quality gameplay coming out there. But that'll do us again for the stream. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we will see you guys again next time.